Hello and welcome to my first video blog. I've got a sore hand today, so unable to type for my weekly blog, and thought I'd come outside with my camera, as after all I do often talk about adventures being possible on your doorstep as much as they are when you have to go further afield for a holiday or adventure miles away. So I'm here in the beautiful Bushy Park. Hopefully you can get an idea of how lovely it is behind me. And like I say, I am very lucky to have it this close. I've got the wonderful Hampton Court Palace in this direction, Kingston's over here, Teddington behind me, and Hampton Hill to my right. So it really is a nice spot. And beautiful sunshine today, middle of February. I am wrapped up, but I'm keeping my neck warm because, yes, like I say, I've got all sorts of hand problems at the moment, and it helps to keep me warm. So the reason I brought you out here is just to give you a little look around. So behind me, for starters, is quite the clear opening, as you can see. And what's nice about that is sometimes I walk through here and there are people playing rugby, football, people are training together, they're running, they're doing sprints, whatever it might be, they're using that space to get outside, get active, get the blood flowing, which is a really nice idea in the winter because we can spend so much time inside. But I'm sure there's a green nearby you or a local park. Take your friends with you, go and have some fun, get active, get out there, and you'd be amazed once that blood flows around you, all the ideas that come to you for creative story writing, drawing, just telling stories to each other, whatever it might be. It's a great way to really get your body and mind working together. And I often find if I'm a bit stuck with my ideas, I will come out here or somewhere else with lots of fresh air, get my body moving, and the ideas start to come in different shapes and forms as well. Now, the reason I'm stood still on this particular spot is that I want to walk a little bit further up here, and as I'm walking, let me just do a little turn here. You can see to my left here, it might be difficult because of the way the sun's falling, but we've got different terrain here as well, so all of this has been cut down. When spring arrives, this really grows up high, it's green, and I love walking through it. So imagine playing a game where you're getting lost between the channels of the ferns. It's great fun. And then let's turn around this way before I give you the best surprise. I'm going to go really quickly. Am I going to see it? There you go. You see that tree there behind me? You see how it's got the fence? It's just wrapped around the tree, and if you can see the one behind it's exactly the same. The reason for that is that there are deer in this park, and those trees get damaged by the deer because they bite and scratch away at the bark. So what they've done is they've put the fences up so that the trees have a chance to grow and don't die off when it's been scratched away. Now hopefully I've managed to keep the surprise at bay so far, and I'm going to walk along now, and hopefully in the background, and I'm going to start to whisper because I'm getting closer, you can see some deer over my shoulder. At least one sitting down in the background there. Now he doesn't have any horns. There he is, sorry. If we go a little bit further up, horns, sorry, antlers. If we go a bit further up, you're going to see some interesting changes. Now I don't want to get too close to them because this is where they live. This is their living room, and hopefully you can see one with two antlers, and there's one further up here. I'm going to grab hold of the camera and turn it around properly actually, so that the camera's right in front of me, and hopefully you can see exactly what I'm looking at. So there's the one with the two antlers, and then there's one a little bit further away that just has one. Now they do naturally drop off, but in rutting season they come together and they do fight. So with any animal species whereby an alpha male wants to make it clear that he's in charge, they will fight to claim their territory and claim the females. And I've been over here before now where I've seen them rutting, and they make this fantastic noise. It actually wakes me up in the night. I'm close enough to hear it at night. It sounds like cows. That's what I thought it was to start with. So I will leave you with a lasting picture today of these beautiful animals without disturbing them too much. And I will post this vlog, and along with it I will post a video that I have of one of them bathing in the lake nearby. That's my first attempt at a vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe I'll do some more of these, mix it up, write and talk. Either way, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you soon. Take care. So I should have known that once I tried my first video blog, it wouldn't be long before I wanted to move on to the next one. It is a creative process after all, and I just can't help myself. So I've walked across the park after showing you the deer, and I'm now down by the lake, which is a beautiful spot. Really love it here. The light catches it beautifully, and it shines all sorts of different colours, shades of gold every time I'm down here. And if I spin you around to the other side, I'm obviously right here by Lovely Tree. You can see all the open green space behind me, and this lovely tree in the background here, which I've often used mostly in the summer, I will admit, but I will lean against the trunk with my pen and paper and I will write parts of my stories. But one of the main reasons I use that tree to lean against is because on the other side of it is another tree. That, of course, is a willow tree. Now, when I wrote The Adventures of Benjamin Frank, I wrote it in Canada, beginning to end, always written in Canada. But when you write any book, you go back to it to add more details over time. And some of the details I wanted to add was about what willow looks like, the trunk, and also Benjamin's experience. You know, he gets sucked up into a magical world inside willow. How does that happen? And what process does he go through? What is he frightened of? What is he trying to get away from? And he gets closer to willow bit by bit. And so I used this tree here, this willow tree in Bushy Park, and I'm going to wander over to it now to get my details so that I could really make it come alive. And that's really important in a story, because the details are what help us to sit back and imagine everything about that feature when we're reading the story. If I had just said he saw a willow tree, he climbed up it and he went in it, that doesn't really tell you much. Whereas if I slow down the pace, give you more and more details, you really start to understand what willow is about. And as I come round the tree here, what I want you to see is the ledge that he ends up on. If you can hopefully see that opening there you go. That's what I saw when I was sitting leaning against the other tree looking back at it. I saw that ledge and I thought, you know what, in my story that would be really amazing if Benjamin attempted to get there or spend some time on it. And so that's what I included in my story. But also, if we go closer to the tree as well, a tree is never smooth. It has some kind of pattern on it, some kind of texture. It has bark, whether it's flaking, sticking out, whatever it might be. And this one you can see I used to describe the jutting out bark in Benjamin Frank. And hopefully I've done it justice. So hopefully just these few short videos will help you to understand why I love coming to this park and where I find my inspiration to write my books.